What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are talking about a game that I have been excited about for just over a month. I played the demo, I made multiple videos about this game, and I'm making yet another video about the First Berserker Khazan. And this video has three things that I want to see when this game is fully released on March 27th, just right around the corner. Starting off this list with the number one thing I want to see with this game being released is I just want a smooth release. I think we live in an era in a world of video games where games can just be released that aren't complete, and developers will be like, yeah, we'll fix it later. Or there's maybe a head executive that wants a game released now, and so the development team doesn't have time to fix it. However, we are a little bit blessed because I do feel like there's a weird happiness with independent or maybe smaller titles where they're maybe not forced to be put out as soon as maybe you would expect, or the developers or the big wigs want. So I think with indie games or smaller games like the First Berserker Kazan, it should be released in a pretty playable state. I mean, there was really no. I'm trying to remember. I remember watching the video that I made about the demo, but I don't think there was any bugs, crashes, or anything that really kind of made the game unplayable. So that's promising, but you never know until we fully get our hands on. As consumers, that's always going to be the number one thing. We just want smooth releases. But as someone who played the demo, who really kind of took the approach of a reviewer into that demo, there are a couple of things that are still in my mind that I really hope they make a little bit different from the demo to the full release of the video game. The most important thing to me is the skill tree. If you remember in my demo, or if you played the demo at all, you had the ability to refund and reuse your skill points at any point during the demo. And I mentioned it in the demo review, and I'm going to mention it now, that I really think that that takes away from the um, severity or the seriousness in which making those decisions plays into effect. I think when you have games that you're not able to redo the skill tree, and once you spend 1 point, it's gone forever, I think that really makes you have to think a lot more. It makes the feeling more meaningful. So you're not just, I'll upgrade this now, and then if I don't like it, I can refund it later. It makes you have to think, but also from a Souls like perspective, I think it really emphasizes replayability. I think one small mistake could have hours of impact on you, whether you decide to give up and restart, or whether you decide to learn to play the game in a different way. These games are always winnable, these games are always playable. It's just a matter of, can you do it in a way that is, not cheese in the system. So hopefully they take that out. If they don't, I don't think it'll be a deal breaker. I just think it's something that I personally, and I have to imagine other Souls like players, kind of want their games to be. I mentioned it in the demo, is like, we want the games to be challenging. We don't want them to be easy. Speaking of challenging, another thing I want to see in this game is the boss fights really did sort of feel like health sponges. In the demo, we did only fight two, and it was in the prologue, so it's not really something that I can get a full grasp of. However, both bosses did look awesome, but they felt a little too much, like I said, damage sponge. I'm hoping in the full game we get fights that are a lot more about learning patterns and timings and reacting, instead of just chopping away at a huge health bar, kind of like you do in some other Monster Hunter style games. And the fourth thing I want to talk about is I really want this game to be a good length. I don't think every game needs to be a 400-hour RPG exploration adventure that you lose the whole summer to, but I really don't think a game should be 12 hours. Now, if you played the demo, it is about 2.5 hours, and it says that that's the prologue. And if you buy the game, then you don't have to replay that part. However, I'm a little concerned that, what if the full game is 10 hours and then you've already done 2.5? Are we going to get a $70 game that's only 6 hours or 7 hours or 8 hours or whatever that math is? So I'm a little concerned about that. I'm a little worried. I think gone are the days where you average $1 per hour for video games, especially with the price of games standard now is $70. I don't think every indie game or small developer game you buy is going to be 70 hours worth of gameplay. So yeah, the First Berserker Kazaa is shaping up to be a sleeper hit. I'm really excited for this game. I've been anticipating it ever since I played the demo a couple months ago. I'm hoping they change some of the things I mentioned in this video, or if they only addressed a couple of them, I still think it'll be better than most games we've gotten this year so far, but I really want to know what your guys' thoughts are. Let's continue this conversation in the comments down below. Are you excited for this game? Did you forget about this game already? Will you be playing it? Have you pre ordered it? All that, let me know in the comments down below, and I hope we can continue this conversation. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.